Boxing Day videos.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Meredith and this is...
Oh, Amelia. Hello again.
This is my cousin, if you don't know. She has a bookstagram, so I'll link it down below for you guys. But today we are going to be doing the UK versus US covers because I think it would just be...
books.
Of what else? Of what else?
It could be of
covers?
movies or
Okay,
of
true.
CDs or something like that.
So I have a nice cute little list of covers here, and I'll put them on the screen as we talk about them, so no need to worry about them. But we are gonna have a little scoreboard as well, so I'll put one up as well. So we're gonna get right into it, starting with the inheritance games.
I prefer the US cover.
Yeah, me too. I mean
The UK cover's okay, but I definitely prefer the US cover
Yeah,
to the
the
inheritance
UK
games.
The UK cover is...
It's just a bit plain.
Yeah, it's also, I don't like when there are people on the cover with like, even if they've got their faces blurred out, you can slightly see them. And also, if you get the UK cover, so in the UK now the US cover is available, but if you get the
Only in some of the books though, not all of them.
No, it's
So
really
it's like the
annoying.
later series ones, so then it's like having mixed matched books.
Yeah. But I prefer the spines of the UK covers.
Oh my god, they're coming out with a third Magnolia Parks book, which means there'll be a third Daisy Hates book, and I am so excited.
Something vaguely related. Just having a moment. But yeah, I think that's 1 point for the UK, the US. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. 1 point for the US. Next.
Oh, this one's going to be controversial because they have different titles, but
Yeah.
the same book.
Next is You and Me on Vacation, or People We Meet on Vacation. I've heard things that they might be alternate endings. I don't know if they are. I don't think there is.
No, they're the same ending. We have discovered they are the same ending. Okay, let's move on.
Oh wait, no. People We Meet on Vacation has an alternate
Oh.
ending. Be right now. I need to go read the UK version.
That's on Twitter though. Who believes anything on Twitter?
We're gonna leave it up to
Controversy.
the gods. Someone, if you're American and you read this, if you've read this, let me know because I need to know if it's different from the one I read.
I've not read it yet.
But I think that for me, that is a score for the UK. I think
Yeah,
that
I prefer the UK
the
cover.
UK looks so much better. Like,
And people were saying that the UK title as well makes more sense.
oh yeah, it definitely does because it's them two on vacation. But like People We Meet on Vacation makes no sense to me.
Because they're not meeting other people.
No.
They're together.
Also, I prefer the colours of You and Me on Vacation compared to the
yeah, like
People We
the
Meet.
pink, blue and purple scheme.
My sister's helping out producing today. She's behind the camera.
It's one all.
Are we saying the UK?
Yeah, the UK version's definitely better. Moving on.
Next is One of Us is Lying.
I love this book. I love this series so much.
I read it when I was little, so I've kind of forgotten it, and I don't think I've read the entire series.
I hate how when they did it as into a TV series, it did not match up with the storyline at all.
It's not the same thing. But
I prefer the UK cover.
I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong. I like this
You
one.
literally said a minute ago, I don't like people's faces on covers, even if it's blurred out.
I know, but like this one isn't faces, and it kind of makes more sense than that does.
No,
because
because
it's like-
that one gives a bit of insight to it. A geek, a jock, a criminal, a princess, a murder. Who would you believe? I
Yeah.
like that because it kind of is like, ooh.
Yeah, but then again, I don't like all white books.
There's red and there's black and there's people
True.
walking away.
Oh, these have got the peacock thing on them, haven't they?
Yeah.
All the time. No, I don't like stickers on a book that I can't take off are immediate no for me. So I think the UK.
I hate it when they print it onto them.
Oh yeah.
It's like, why?
Just let me peel it off.
I like the UK cover better.
Yeah, let's go with the UK. We don't always have to agree. I just think that Mealy's very persuasive, so it's quite scary. But I think the UK definitely has a better.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. You can start this debate.
Okay. So next for us is the wonderful Once Upon a Broken Heart.
I haven't
cover.
read it yet, but I did get it for Christmas.
I have read it and I love this series. And for me personally, I think that the UK massively wins this cover. I just think the UK's cover makes more sense because everything on it has
the UK cover.
It has a
obviously.
point in the book. Like the soldiers on either side have a point in the book. They're very prominent.
I
The
don't know.
archways are always really important in the books. If you read the books, you know what I'm talking about. Archways are a huge thing. Whereas for me, the American cover, there is nothing about it. It's just a broken heart made up. It's pretty, but for me, the cover has to not just be pretty. It
has to represent it.
It has to represent the book, because at the end of the day, it's what you're putting on top of your book. And for me, that's just a gilded heart that's broken with stardust because it's
It's a very American cover.
Yeah, it's very American. I like the font on this one though. That font compared to that font.
Yeah. But if you have any of your own opinions, let us know.
Yeah. Let's know in the comments.
Yeah, so that's another one to the UK cover. I feel like we're very biased.
No, but like genuinely, for me, that looks nicer than
also,
that. There's more going on.
It matches all the covers, because then the Ballad of Never After is like the light purple.
Yeah.
And then A Curse for True Love is like the blue and the greens.
Yeah, and it makes sense.
They all interlock and they all have the same archway.
Yeah, because that's the point.
I don't know that yet, okay?
Whereas if you look at the American...
they all look the same, to be honest. They're all black.
They're all black.
With like the same...
That's the third book in the series.
Yeah, they're all the literal same.
Like, they don't appeal to me. So, I'm going to give that to the UK.
Okay, moving on.
Okay, next is the Song of Achilles. I love this book.
This book had me sobbing in my bedroom at 20 to 11 at night.
I finished it in my chemistry class.
I finished it when I had COVID and my dad walked in to tell me to go to bed, and he was like, "You're just like your mother," shook his head, walked out my room and closed my door. He was like,
Literally. I love I like both covers. I think, so for me, if you had this cover in person, I like gold on a book. I think that's... But I think the Song of Achilles on the left makes less sense, because the golden helmet is what he wears, whereas I can't remember.
And it represents what happens at the end of the book.
Yeah, but I don't remember. Do you remember a bow and arrow?
I swear that's what his lover had.
Achilles.
No.
Patroclus is the main character.
Yeah, but I meant as Achilles, his lover.
Patroclus.
I think that's what he used.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that well.
When he was... Spoiler alert. When he was shooting at, like... I think this is what happened. When he was shooting at the people before he got, like, attacked and then died.
So the bow and arrow does make sense. I don't know. I'm mixed between it.
I love that cover so much.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying it's ugly. It's a really beautiful cover.
But then this one I'm leaning more towards because it shows his defeat.
And I like the background with like the little details of the sea.
I think I'm gonna have to go US cover, even though how much it kills me, because I love that colour.
Yeah, like look at that.
I love the UK cover, but I think this one goes to the US for me.
Nice. So the current scores are the US 2 and the UK 3.
Next, I think was They Both Die at the End.
Yeah, we're off.
I prefer the American cover so much.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm sorry.
The US cover.
It's just our cover is bright orange.
And then he came out with more and then made them bright green, bright blue and bright pink. There were no like muted colours. They were all just bright colours.
What's the American cover of The First to Die at the End?
Oh, it's the same. It's that.
I love that because it adds like the eeriness and the gloominess.
And also, if you look at They Both Die at the End, but the American version, there's like a skull in the sky, and there's the Grim Reaper down here. I think the American cover is so much more to it than this, which is
just an hourglass.
It's an hourglass. There's not much to it.
Also, with the UK covers, on the books it always has quotations from other authors. But on the US covers, it doesn't actually have that as much.
Sprite cyan. Yeah, no, 100% agree with that. I think for me, this one goes to the US.
Yeah, 100%. I
don't like the UK one, at all. It's on my shelf, and I love the book, don't like the cover of the UK one.
I remember when you first was reading that book, and I got a FaceTime from her at like 2:00 in the morning.
I was
sobbing her heart out, like snot fully going
like
down.
40 minutes worth of sobbing at the end of this book. It was awful. Okay, next we have The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue.
I haven't read it yet.
I have. I love this book so much.
I love our cover so much.
Oh yeah. I think the American one makes sense because it's her star sign. Like, it's her stars. Because it's like her... Yeah, it makes more sense if you read it. But I think
I've been putting off reading it because so many people that I watch on like BookTube have been like, oh, it's so slow paced, I got so bored.
That's the point! She's immortal, it's supposed to be slow paced.
I know, but then they're like, I got bored and I didn't want to really read it anymore, so then I was like,
I had to drag myself through parts of it. But
our cover is so pretty though, like the rose gold and the little flowers.
Yes. And also the special edition of ours.
Wait, go back to that. It still has her star sign, it's the dots.
Yeah. I like ours so much more than...
I love the navy blue.
Yeah.
Of our cover.
And that's on the inside of every single one of them.
Yeah, I know, I have it.
The little embossed gold on the side inside the UK cover. Beautiful. That's so cute.
Okay, moving on.
Oh.
UK cover for that one, definitely.
The UK definitely wins that one.
Okay, Secret History by Donna Tartt.
I prefer the US. I prefer the US.
I like both. I think the American cover has more of a historical classic behind it.
Yeah.
And our cover is quite boring. But yeah, I think I prefer the US cover as well.
Wait, okay, so we're giving the US a point for the Secret History. And now looking at the Book Thief, I haven't seen either of the Book Thief before, so you're going to have to tell me which one the UK is.
So this one's the UK cover. I actually like it so much because it's her with the Grim Reaper, which adds more, like, it connects to the storyline. Whereas with the American cover...
Is that the American one?
Yeah. It's literally just dominoes. And I don't... I like our
No,
cover
that's
so much
genuinely the Book Thief cover.
Yeah.
Is it that? Is it not that one?
It's that... No, go back. It's that one.
That is horrendous. Why do people do this? So
I prefer our cover.
The UK 100% wins the Book Thief. Like 100%.
Okay.
You cannot tell me that the US, you'd prefer that on your shelf to that.
I don't know anything about this book, so you talk
Okay, so I have this on my shelf. I haven't read it yet, but I have it on my shelf. And I think they are both really beautiful. Six Crimson Cranes. I think they are both really beautiful covers. But for me, the US one, like, as much as I don't like... This is a drawn face. This isn't an actual person's face. I like the look of that book so much better to that one.
I think that one's really cute, though, with all the pastel.
We don't have to agree. We can give a point to both.
I don't know what the book is, so you take the win on that one. US cover?
No, you're judging on covers, baby. You don't have to know what it's about. This
I
is the
like,
one time I'll let you judge a book by its cover.
because it shows the artistic ability of the person that drew it.
Also, I love, like, the swirling of
and
the
the
six
details.
frames. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's the C? Oh, 6.
Yeah, I prefer the US cover.
Yeah, I think the UK cover is pretty, but it's not as good as the US one.
Okay.
So, you and me on vacation.
On to the next Emily Henry book. Beach Read. I love the American cover so much more than ours.
Really?
Yeah. I like it.
I like the colours of the American Beach
I
Read.
also like that it shows both of them next to each other writing the books about each other.
Yeah, I get
Whereas
that.
in our one, if you go back to our one, it's literally just him in the water and her on the beach.
Oh.
That one has more relations to the actual book.
I actually prefer the UK one, so we should give one to both, I think.
What,
because,
for Beach Read?
Yeah, because I like the colours of this one, and I prefer when all of my covers are the same. Whereas if you look at Beach Read, and then like Emily Henry's American Happy Place, they don't link together, like, at all. The font's different. Oh, the font's the same.
Yeah.
I just don't like vibrant book covers. I don't like.
Okay.
So we'll give 1 point to the US and 1 point to the UK because I prefer the UK one.
Okay, now on to Happy Place, because oopsies.
We're just going to do all of the, basically all of the Emily Henry ones.
I prefer our Happy Place cover to their one.
Yeah, so...
Because it shows more about what they're actually doing.
That one's ours, right?
Yeah, that one's our cover.
Also, I just like it more. Like, it makes more sense.
It also blends in with the backgrounds, like the pink bikini, pink
Yeah.
sky, green shorts, green bush, and then them two being...
Like, stand out, yeah. And I think that one doesn't... Why is their water pink? What's going on?
Yeah.
But I like the American one because it has all 4 of the friends in it instead of just 2 of them. So it's the entire friend group.
Yeah, but this could have been the scene where they were grabbing wine or something, because they did do that a lot. Okay, moving on, because we're talking too
So
long.
we gave that to
UK.
the UK. Okay, next we are doing Daisy Jones and the Six.
I prefer our cover.
I don't know, because
That's ours, that's the American one.
they're both faces, so I don't like either
Ours
of them
is just
that
more
much.
colourful, I like it. I like how it's more colourful, because it fits her vibe.
Yeah, but for me, the American one fits like a CD cover, like an album cover you'd get. I like this one with the colours. I don't like either of them that much because of the face. But I like the font
I
on
like
this
the
one.
UK one more. Because that just looks like it was done in 5 minutes.
True. I just prefer that on my shelf to that.
Well, I have that on my shelf.
So, give one to each.
Yeah. Finally, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I like the American cover more.
Yeah, it looks more, it's got
It
more
looks
depth
more
to
like
it.
the board, and it looks a bit more eerie.
Yeah.
Whereas ours just looks like, ooh!
Yeah.
Very,
It's also this
very,
one,
it looks very young adult.
which it is.
I know.
But it looks like it's targeted towards like
Kids.
11-year-olds. Whereas this one's got like, and it's also very nicely 3D, this one.
And it represents the little notes that she gets.
Yeah, I like that one.
And her mood board.
Whereas this
that one's
one's-
just pins and stuff.
Yeah. Which means,
It's a tie.
do we do a tiebreaker?
Yeah, what book?
I don't know, hang on, let's...
Woo! Loveless! I prefer our cover.
Yeah, so do I.
We win!
Yeah, I feel like Loveless UK is better than the Loveless US. That feels like a film cover to me, whereas that one feels like a book cover. She's too busy by boys.
One boy.
With no biasy at all. The UK wins by 9 points to 8 to the US. But obviously, this could have gone a totally different way if we had different book covers. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye guys!